Imagine this. You open your freezer on a busy morning, grab something quick, toss it in the microwave or toaster, and think you've made a smart, time-saving choice. But what if that very convenience food was secretly speeding up muscle loss, making it harder to stay strong, steady, and independent as you age? You see, strong muscles after 60 aren't just about appearance, they're about balance, mobility, and the freedom to keep doing the things you love. Yet, many of the frozen foods we rely on every day are quietly working against us. They don't look harmful. In fact, some even appear healthy, but doctors have been warning for years that they can accelerate muscle decline in ways most people never notice until it's too late. The good news? You don't have to give up your freezer. You just need to know which foods to avoid and what healthier swaps can protect your strength. In this video, we'll reveal 5 frozen foods. Seniors should think twice about, and I'll tell you now. The last one might shock you because it's a food most people believe is safe. Let's get started. Number 1. Frozen breaded chicken patties. At first glance, frozen breaded chicken patties might look like a quick fix for dinner. But for seniors trying to stay strong and healthy, they're a poor choice. While chicken itself is a solid source of lean protein, the heavily processed versions found in freezer sections tell a very different story. These patties are usually made with ground scraps of chicken mixed with fillers, then coated in breading that adds extra carbs, oils, and unnecessary calories. Even worse, most brands pre-fry the patties before freezing them. This means the protein quality is already compromised, and much of the natural benefit of chicken is lost. For older adults who naturally experience a gradual decline in muscle mass, eating these types of foods can speed up the onset of sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss. Another hidden danger is the extremely high sodium content. Food manufacturers load these patties with salt so they can sit on store shelves longer and taste more appealing. But that extra sodium does more harm than good. It not only raises blood pressure, but also interferes with the body's mineral balance. Without enough potassium and magnesium, muscles struggle to contract and repair properly, leaving seniors feeling weak and fatigued. This creates a false sense of security. You may feel like you're eating enough protein, but the quality of that protein isn't what your body needs to maintain strength. Instead, the nutrient imbalance makes it harder for muscles to absorb and use protein effectively. Over time, this can lead to weakness, reduced mobility, and an overall decline in physical independence. The biggest reason people turn to frozen chicken patties is convenience. They're fast, cheap, and easy to prepare. But in reality, the quick solution often comes with a long-term cost. The calories are empty, the additives are harmful, and the nutrients simply don't measure up to what your muscles require to stay resilient. Unlike a fresh, home-cooked chicken breast, these patties are filled with starches, oils, and preservatives that provide no benefit to muscle health. Instead of building you up, they slowly chip away at your body's strength. I once met Mr. Allen, a 70-year-old retired teacher who admitted he relied on frozen patties for dinner most nights. He believed he was making a healthier choice compared to fast food. But when his doctor reviewed his diet, it was clear that the poor quality protein and excess sodium were contributing to his muscle weakness and higher blood pressure. After switching to simply baked chicken thighs, lightly seasoned and frozen in portions, he noticed his balance improved and he could walk longer without fatigue. The truth is simple. If you want to avoid muscle decline, whole cuts of chicken are your best option. Buy fresh chicken, prepare it yourself, and store it properly. You'll still enjoy convenience when reheating, but this time, you'll actually be fueling your muscles with clean, reliable protein. And here's something many overlook: homemade frozen meals save money in the long run. Instead of spending extra on prepackaged patties, buying chicken in bulk, seasoning it at home, and freezing it gives you healthier meals at a lower cost. That means you're not only protecting your body but also keeping your wallet in better shape. Finally, there's peace of mind. When you prepare your own chicken, you know exactly what's in it: no fillers, no preservatives, no hidden sodium. It's a simple change, but one that can make a massive difference in muscle strength, energy levels, and long-term independence. Number 2. Frozen pasta. frozen pasta dishes might seem like the perfect answer when you're tired and don't feel like cooking. The colorful packaging and pictures of creamy sauces or layered lasagna can make them look like gourmet meals you can enjoy straight from the microwave. But what looks comforting on the outside often hides nutritional traps that can quietly weaken your body over time. The pasta used in these meals is usually refined, meaning it's stripped of most of its natural fiber and nutrients. What you get is a quick burst of energy followed by a crash, leaving you sluggish and drained. This roller coaster effect doesn't just affect how you feel, it impacts how well your muscles perform and recover. Without steady energy, your body struggles to maintain strength, making it harder to stay active. Another issue lies in the sauces. Whether creamy, cheesy, or tomato-based, they are often loaded with salt, hidden sugars, and preservatives. Too much sodium raises blood pressure and causes water retention, while added sugars fuel inflammation. These factors combine to create an environment in your body that works against muscle growth and repair. Even when frozen pasta meals include meat or cheese, the actual protein content is often disappointingly low. Seniors especially need higher quality protein to slow muscle loss, but many of these meals don't come close to meeting that need. The imbalance leaves you full of calories, but short on the nutrients your muscles require. I once spoke with Mrs. Carter, a 74-year-old widow who told me she relied on frozen fettuccine alfredo at least 3 nights a week. She loved the taste and convenience, but she was puzzled about why her legs felt weaker and her balance was off. After checking the label together, she realized her meal had nearly 1,000 mg of sodium and less than 10 grams of protein. It was filling her up, but not nourishing her muscles. When she switched to boiling whole grain pasta and topping it with a quick homemade sauce using olive oil, garlic, and vegetables, she noticed a huge difference in her energy. Adding grilled chicken or beans gave her meals the protein boost her body had been missing. The truth is, pasta itself isn't the enemy, it's the way it's prepared. Whole grain pasta paired with fresh ingredients could actually provide lasting energy and the right nutrients for strong muscles. But frozen pasta meals often trade real nutrition for convenience and taste tricks. Another factor people overlook is cost. Frozen pasta meals might look affordable, but ounce for ounce, you're paying more for processed ingredients than you would if you cooked at home. By preparing pasta yourself, you get a healthier, larger portion at a lower price, with the bonus of choosing exactly what goes into your body. And beyond health and money, there's the satisfaction of control. When you cook your own pasta, you're not stuck with hidden salt or preservatives. You decide what flavors and nutrients you want. That simple shift not only feeds your muscles better, but also gives you confidence in what you're putting on your plate. Number 3. Frozen pizza. Frozen pizza is one of those go-to foods that feels convenient, quick, and comforting. For many people, it's the perfect meal on nights when cooking feels like too much work. But for older adults trying to preserve muscle strength, this convenience food can quietly undermine progress. On the surface, the cheese and meat toppings may seem to offer protein, but they're buried under a load of refined carbs, sodium, and unhealthy fats. The crust is usually the first problem. Most frozen pizzas are made with refined white flour, which the body digests quickly, converting it into sugar. This spikes blood sugar levels, leading to crashes that drain energy and interfere with muscle recovery. Instead of fueling strength, it promotes weakness over time. The cheese on frozen pizzas isn't the same as fresh, quality cheese. Manufacturers often stretch it with fillers and oils that lower its protein value. The pepperoni, sausage, or other meat toppings are usually highly processed and filled with saturated fats and preservatives. These substances contribute to inflammation in the body, which slows muscle repair and leaves older adults more vulnerable to loss of strength. Then comes the salt. Frozen pizzas are notorious for being packed with sodium to boost flavor and shelf life. While it may make the meal taste good, it encourages water retention, raises blood pressure, and disrupts the mineral balance muscles rely on to function properly. Portion size is another trap. Nutrition labels may claim a serving is just 1 or 2 slices, but in reality, most people eat half or even a whole pizza at once. That means far more calories, salt, and refined carbs than the body needs. setting the stage for fat gain and muscle loss. Over time, this dietary pattern can lead to sarcopenia-related muscle decline, making daily activities like bending, lifting, or walking more difficult. I once spoke with Mrs. Lillian, a 75-year-old grandmother, who admitted she kept frozen pizzas stocked because they were easy to bake when her grandkids visited. She didn't realize she was eating them more often than she thought, and after a year, she noticed her endurance slipping. A checkup revealed her muscle mass had dropped significantly, and her sodium levels were too high. When she shifted to preparing homemade pizzas with whole grain bases, fresh vegetables, lean chicken, and real mozzarella, her energy began to bounce back. She even noticed climbing stairs felt easier within months. It wasn't about giving up pizza, it was about upgrading it. If pizza is a food you love, you don't have to cross it off your list forever. Choosing a healthier crust, topping it with vegetables, and using unprocessed cheese can turn it from a muscle-draining food into one that supports your health. Another bonus of making your own pizza is control. You get to decide the ingredients, limit the salt, and pack in more nutrient-dense toppings. Not only does this protect your muscles, but it also allows you to enjoy pizza guilt-free, knowing it's working with your body instead of against it. And let's not forget, taste homemade pizzas often end up more flavorful than their frozen counterparts. Fresh tomatoes, herbs, and quality toppings deliver richness that a box in the freezer can't match. In the end, you gain better health and a more satisfying meal all at once. If you found this helpful and want to keep learning simple ways to protect your muscles, energy, and independence as you age, make sure to follow along, share this with a friend, and stay tuned for the next tip. Number 4. Frozen breaded fish fillets. At first glance, frozen breaded fish fillets look like an easy way to add more seafood to your plate. But for older adults trying to maintain strength and mobility, these convenient options can be more harmful than brimble. Helpful. While plain fish is naturally rich in lean protein and omega-3s, both essential for preserving muscle and reducing inflammation, the processing methods used in breaded fillets often strip away those very benefits. Instead of whole, high-quality cuts of fish, many manufacturers use inexpensive varieties that are ground up and pressed into uniform shapes. This reshaping process can lower the natural nutrient density of the fish, leaving you with a product that is far less effective at protecting your muscles. To make matters worse, the thick breading is usually made from refined flour, which lacks fiber and essential nutrients. Sometimes it's even enhanced with sugars that caramelize when cooked, adding unnecessary calories without supporting your body's needs. The breading also loads your meal with simple carbohydrates that can spike blood sugar levels. These quick rises and drops in energy don't just leave you feeling tired, they can discourage consistent movement and reduce stamina over time. For someone already working to stay active in their later years, that kind of energy drain makes a noticeable difference. Another hidden issue is the oil content. Most frozen breaded fish fillets are par-fried before packaging, soaking up industrial oils that promote inflammation. Since inflammation slows muscle repair, even adequate protein won't be as effective in supporting recovery. Over time, this creates a cycle of weakness and fatigue. And let's not forget sodium. Many of these products are heavily salted to extend shelf life and improve taste. Excess sodium contributes to water retention, elevated blood pressure, and a sluggish feeling that can discourage physical activity. For seniors, this adds an extra hurdle to maintaining daily movement. I once spoke with Janet, a 70-year-old retiree who regularly prepared breaded fish fillets for quick dinners. She assumed she was making a smart choice because it was fish, but she began noticing her knees aching more and her energy fading faster. After understanding what was really inside those frozen boxes, she made the switch to grilling simple, unbreaded salmon and cod. The improvement was almost immediate. Her joints felt better, and she could complete her morning walks with ease. By choosing fresh or minimally processed fish, you gain all the muscle-protecting protein and omega-3s without drowning your meal in refined flour, excess oil, or hidden salt. Simple seasonings like garlic, herbs, and lemon bring out the natural flavor while keeping your meal light and nourishing. A helpful strategy is to prepare a few fillets in advance. Bake or grill a batch of unbreaded fish, store them in the fridge, and enjoy them throughout the week. This not only saves time, but also ensures that your body gets the quality nutrients it needs without relying on processed shortcuts. In the end, real fish cooked simply at home offers all the benefits you were looking for in the breaded versions, but without the hidden setbacks. Number 5. Frozen pancakes and waffles. Frozen pancakes and waffles may look like the perfect breakfast solution when you want something warm and ready in minutes, but for older adults who care about strength and independence, these foods can quietly work against your health. They slide into the toaster, smell inviting, and taste familiar, but behind the convenience lies a nutritional trap that slowly weakens muscle support. Instead of fueling your body, these quick fixes mostly deliver empty calories in the form of refined carbohydrates and sugars. They might give you a short burst of energy, but without meaningful protein, your muscles are left undernourished, a real problem, as the body naturally loses strength with age. The flour base of most frozen pancakes and waffles is highly processed, stripped of fiber and vital nutrients. That means your body burns through them quickly, causing energy crashes that leave you sluggish. And the toppings most people reach for, maple syrup, chocolate spreads, or sweetened fruit sauces, only pile on more sugar, fueling inflammation and accelerating the loss of lean muscle mass. Even when labeled whole grain, many versions are far from the real deal. Manufacturers often use a token amount of whole grain while keeping refined flour as the main ingredient. Worse still, the protein content is shockingly low. Older adults require more high-quality protein to fight muscle decline, yet a serving of frozen pancakes or waffles often provides less than 5 grams, barely enough to make a difference. Going without that morning protein means your body spends hours lacking the amino acids needed for repair and growth. Over time, this small gap adds up, making it harder to preserve strength and mobility. I recall meeting Mr. Lewis, a 79-year-old who relied on frozen waffles every morning for years. He believed a quick breakfast was better than none, but gradually, climbing stairs felt exhausting, and his balance declined. When he switched to alternatives like scrambled eggs with avocado or protein-packed smoothies, the changes were remarkable. His endurance improved, and he regained the confidence to enjoy morning walks again. The good news is, you don't have to give up pancakes or waffles entirely if they bring you comfort. Making your own at home with almond flour, oats, or whole wheat, plus protein boosters like eggs or Greek yogurt, lets you freeze healthier versions that actually support your muscles instead of depleting them. Another simple trick is to pair your homemade waffles or pancakes with toppings that nourish instead of harm. Fresh berries, nut butter, or a dollop of unsweetened Greek yogurt can transform breakfast into a muscle-friendly meal that still feels like a treat. This way, you keep the joy of comfort food without sacrificing long-term vitality. Imagine waking up to the smell of pancakes fresh from your own kitchen, golden, fluffy, and topped with a handful of blueberries and a spoonful of Greek yogurt. Not only do they taste better than the frozen boxed kind, but every bite actually strengthens your body, fuels your energy, and helps you stay active. That small shift from store-bought shortcuts to homemade nourishment could be the key to feeling younger, stronger, and more alive each morning. At the end of the day, breakfast is your chance to set the tone for your body's energy and strength. Choosing nutrient-dense, protein-rich options instead of frozen shortcuts can make the difference between feeling sluggish or stepping into your day with power and resilience. Growing older is not about giving things up, it's about making smarter choices that allow us to live fully. Steering clear of certain frozen foods doesn't mean sacrificing convenience. It simply means picking options that fuel your body instead of draining it. Every decision you make in the kitchen can either support your energy, strength, and independence, or slowly take them away. When you nourish yourself wisely, your body thanks you in ways that matter: stronger steps, clearer energy, and the freedom to enjoy everyday life without feeling held back. Life after 60 is not the end of vitality. It's a stage where the right habits can keep you thriving. The greatest gift you can give yourself isn't material. It's the ability to keep doing the activities you love, whether that's walking with friends, playing with grandchildren, or simply moving with ease. We'd love to hear your perspective. Drop a comment below and let us know one change you're inspired to make after watching today's video. Your insights encourage not only us but also others in this community who are on the same journey toward better health. If this video gave you value, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your support helps us keep creating more content designed to empower and uplift you. Thanks so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.